Hey, what's up, people? Back at you again this morning with another Moralities Moment. This is part two to my vid series entitled Give Your Best. My note for this morning is growth is stunted among people who do not work hard and give their best. They never learn how to really push themselves to overcome challenges, effectively identify and solve problems, and learn their strengths and weaknesses. Just to recap on what I said on yesterday, I define effort as being a vigorous or determined attempt, strenuous physical or mental exertion. My point from yesterday was the fact that you should give all you have to things that are just and that are good. Like this morning it says growth is stunted among people who do not work hard and give their best. I know in life, at least for me, I could say, I can look back over my life and look at the times when I didn't give my best. And because I didn't give my best, certain things didn't come to fruition in my life, And as you get older in life, you can look back and tell yourself, man, if I had just known this back then maybe I might be a little farther along, which is true, which is often the case. But the thing is, as I said yesterday, in any situation, we have to learn to give our best at all times. So later on in life, we won't have no regrets. And I know at times it gets hard when, you're giving your best and it don't seem like things are going your way. It seems like, you're trying to do everything by the books, trying to do everything right, trying to be just, trying to be honest in all you're doing. And it just seems like you can't catch a break. Then you see somebody else that ain't trying to do right or this, that, or whatever. And it seems like they catching all the breaks. But you can't pay attention to that. You have to focus on your own situation and do what's necessary in your situation to bring to pass the things that you want to see come to pass in your life. I heard something this morning listening to the Steve Harvey morning show, as I was preparing myself for work after my prayer time, and he made mention of these 4 P's. And if I could, I'm going to share these 4 P's with you because they're important, because when you're giving your best to be all that you can be, to be the best you that you can be for you, not only yourself, but for whomever you're trying to influence or who you're responsible for. I think these 4 P's play a major role in us trying to be the best that we can be, because when you're being the best that you can be, giving your best, you're trying to be successful in certain areas and things in life. So in success and giving your best, the first P that he mentioned was pressure. It's always pressure when you're trying to be your best or be successful at anything, and sometimes the pressure comes from being self-inflicted or it comes from that circumstance. But here's the thing about pressure, if pressure is not handled properly, pressure is powerful, and it could cause, say for instance, in plumbing, if with pressure on pipes, pressure bust pipes, and a lot of people, the saying says you crack under pressure because we don't know how to handle pressure properly, but I would encourage you, even in those pressure situations, find a positive relief for that pressure. And sometimes, I know we want to pressure. Everybody can't handle pressure. I think me, myself, I work best under pressure, but everybody can't handle pressure. So I would encourage you, if you can't handle the pressure, find a positive and healthy release for that pressure. And sometimes you have to step back and see, is the pressure warranted? Are you putting too much pressure on yourself, or you allowing outside circumstances to pressure you into situations and circumstances you don't want to be? But the most important thing you should know, that when it comes to being successful or giving your best, pressure is gonna be there, because you might be in a tight situation and you feel pressure to get out of the situation. So pressure is gonna always be present. It's not a bad thing. It can be a good thing, because the pressure means that, okay, I got to react, so now I got to give my best to get out of this situation. But the second P that he gave was persist. and giving your best. Like I said, when it doesn't seem like anything is going your way, you can't catch a break. You have to be persistent. You have to persist. I often say that anything that we want to bring to pass in our life, or anything we want to try to change in our life, we have to apply persistent action, persistent, consistent actions towards that thing that we want to bring to pass in our life. And again, that's part of growth, being persistent. The third P he brought up was persevere. You got to be willing to persevere through all obstacles, all adversity. And even with obstacles and adversity, don't allow them to cause you to stop, to give up, to crack under the pressure. Be persistent through the obstacles and the adversity. But the last thing he said was pray. In all situations, we ought to pray, go to God, and see what God has to say about the situation. Because oftentimes we make decisions about things in our life without even considering the person that's in control of our life. And then when we jump off the deep end doing what we wanted to do, and things don't go the way we wanted to go, then we're like, well, God, how did you let this happen? Why did this happen? Well, first off, you didn't even take it to God in the first place. You just jumped off and did what you wanted to do without even consulting your creator. In businesses, oftentimes they have consultants, that they consult with. They have high-priced lawyers on staff, that they consult with before they make major decisions. They get all of the information, So, and again, give your best, give your best effort in whatever you're trying to do. But also remember that in giving your best effort, make sure that you learn. You're constantly learning, and you're learning. Allow that knowledge to push you. Don't be afraid of the pressure. Just persist and persevere. And at the end, pray before you do anything and make any rash decisions. Put God first. Let Him be the final authority. And after you deal with the pressure, you persist, you persevere, you pray, and you have peace about it. Then keep it moving. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this morning's morality moment. Peace, and I'm out.